inside the circle. Sean, it's go time! We got some folks here. We got some people here. We got the green screen up on this, bro.
You're really amped up today.
Dude, I am fired up. And let me tell you why. I put out some teasers. On social media.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. I was getting ready to tell you about that. It's a little something that we partake in.
All right.
I took some still shots of the green screen, me in front of it, and just say, this is coming up. Got a lot of good feedback. People interacting with us on...
You really did get good feedback?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Just like, can we expect the green screen? And you know what's funny about that, Sean? I do believe it was episode 2 or 3. You asked me. You said, hey, do you think we'll be able to get the green screen? And I remember my face was like, no.
I do remember that.
Yes. And I was like, no way we do it. But we did it, Sean. We finally did it. We are in our green screen. We have everything we need. We're no longer renters. We have purchased our own studio. It's ours. We got a green screen. We have a whiteboard. We got it all.
How are we able to purchase those?
Sean, that is a great question. Funny you should mention that. We had an individual reach out to us. He said, hey, I really love what you guys are doing. I want you to know that I agree with your vision, and I would like to sponsor you guys with what you're doing. And I said, he bought into the vision. It's it. And what is the vision, Sean? That's a great question. I'm thinking to myself, I know our vision.
Here we go.
It is to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of the hardest working student athletes in Central Ohio. And he bought in. He said, Sean, I want to be a part of this. So he sponsored us. We were able to pick up the equipment that we needed in order to make the green screen, to purchase the studio. And Sean, Professional Gutter and Drain is now our sponsor.
Yeah, when you told me they contacted you, which is crazy, Andrew Johnson, I was like, Mark, I think I did some work with those guys 3 years ago.
Let's go back and
then
check
I went
receipts.
back and
Yes!
I was like, man, I did do. And these guys were phenomenal people. So it's all coming full circle to us. But for Mark to say when they talked to him that they wanted to be part of the community, recognize student athletes in the area, and do what they can to get these kids noticeable and do what they can, help buy shirts, help buy us equipment.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely phenomenal. And we've had a lot of people do it, but they've pretty much signed on to be a 2-year commitment here.
Yep.
And I can't thank them enough for doing it. So their information is on our website.
Yes, it is. Most certainly, the information is on the website. And
they're going to possibly be sponsoring a weight class at Darby we're in the works with, and they will pretty much be, the information will be on all of our green screen shows for at least the next 2 years. So.
Right on. And Sean, I love what you said that 3 years ago, and you had to go back and find the. I think I know these people.
Like, that name sounds
I love that.
I did business with
and I think that's awesome that they do great work. So I mean, sort of like the yin and yang.
You know,
they do phenomenal professional work.
They do. You know how you can tell a company's good. When I contacted them, they said, yeah, we can do the work, but we're at least 5 or 6 weeks out because we're that busy. I mean, that is a sign of a good company when they have that much work. I mean,
that's
a
lot of work. Sean, speaking of a lot of work, you're not going to believe this. I think I need 2 hands to count the number of tournaments that occurred this weekend.
Ooh.
That's a lot of hands.
So
that's
8?
a lot of... No, you got thumbs too. Okay. Yeah, that's 10. Sean, you might have to take your shoes off for this weekend. And this is the crazy thing, and I remember this. First week was kind of like coming out of the gates, a lot of events.
Yes.
The next week, you're like, well, if you thought we had some last week, we really got some this week. Sean, this is the most wrestling I can remember in a long time. Alliance. Don't just talk out of area. Alliance, Mason, CIT, Bill D's. That's out of the area. Okay. Now we go inside the area. We've got Pick North, North Union, Heath. We also had Licking Heights. Sean, there were tournaments all weekend long.
All over the place.
All over the place. Sean, let's jump into it. North Union, the Don Wasserbeck Classic. Sean, run by North Union. You would think to yourself, well, who would go to that tournament? Well, I'll tell you who went to that tournament.
Tell me.
Oh, Marion Pleasant went to that tournament. They racked up 285.5 points on the strength of 6 champions.
6
Sean,
champions. That's
listen,
pretty solid.
It's real solid. And listen to me. I've been talking about Marion Pleasant. I swear since the preseason event. Them and Northmore, I mean, it's just always between those two. Northmore wasn't there this weekend, but Marion Pleasant just hammered it. They did a great job. They out...
Madison Plains.
What about them?
You said Marion Pleasant.
It is Marion Pleasant.
Pleasant.
Yes, you're going to try and come at me. Boy, I tell you what, Screaming Eagles. Listen, Marion Pleasant finishes ahead of Ben Logan and also North Union.
Ben Logan, the guy?
No. Benjamin Logan, the school.
Oh, I thought it was like Ben Logan, the guy, like Bugs Bunny, first base. Bugs Bunny, second base. Bugs Bunny, catcher.
No, stop.
Have you ever seen that cartoon?
Yeah, of course I have. Come on, man. 106 pounds, Ali, champ. 126, a new name, Steed, comes in with a championship. And then the regular duo of Chase and Smith at 138 and 152, followed by Baisden at 182 pounds. And then 220, your weight class, I know, but this is D3. Phelps at 220 pounds.
Now I put a blanket over all of it this year.
Yeah?
Like 220, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what
D12,
division.
D3,
Yeah, I got it.
Indiana, Illinois, I don't care.
Watch your 220s. Sean, that's your North Union Don Westerbeck Classic. I was trying to think of where to go next, and we're just going to jump right into Mason. We had one team travel down to Mason, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours away, and they participated in the James Horning Memorial. It was Olentangy, Sean. Believe it or not, they had 7 place winners.
That's a pretty good showing.
That is.
That's not a bad tournament.
6 and above. No, it's a pretty good tournament. 6 and above. Their highest place was Ethan Hand at 285 pounds. He finished second place, got runner-up there. So great job to them. They had a great social media presence over the weekend, taking pictures. I always love when I get to see action shots.
They're very good at that.
Extremely good.
They are good at that.
Rob Gore had it for 3 or 4 years, and he's handed it over. Haven't skipped a beat.
Yeah.
Haven't skipped a beat. They did a great job. Sean, I want you to join in.
Finally?
Yes.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
I thought I was just a pretty face over here just sitting.
Bill D's, always a tough tournament.
I love that tournament.
It's a great tournament. It used to be the last tournament before the Brakeman would come out.
Yes.
The Bill D's.
They don't know what the Brakeman is.
They have no clue. We have a generation of
They
people.
have no idea what
We've
that
lost
is.
them. Sean, who traveled up to the Bill D's
Danger
for us?
Liberty went up there, and just a quick fact, Akron Firestone High School is probably one of the most historic schools in the northern part that most people don't know about.
Didn't know.
The district, the Firestone district used to be held up there. They actually took 5 kids out of that district.
To the state tournament?
To the state tournament. It was so tough when we had 5 districts. And the reason it got there is because of a guy up by the name of Bill Dees. A very historic high school. I was telling Mark that a lot of famous people have actually graduated from that school. The tragic, and I hate to bring this up, the tragic Space Shuttle Challenger.
Yes.
That, upon the takeoff there, it kind of exploded.
Yep.
One of the women on the shuttle there was from American Firestone High School.
That's a crazy stat.
It's a crazy story. And they built a new high school since then. In the last year, they had the Bill Dees at the original Akron Firestone. Me and Mark went there.
Yes, I remember.
Not knowing it was the last year there. And I'm like, this is crazy. This is this historic gym where all these great wrestlers over the years have came. And we were able to participate in the last tournament held in the old building. So that was
real quick, is that the one we had to take the shuttle? Like they shuttled us over there?
Because all the construction.
Yes.
Old wooden bleachers, concrete, all the way to the top.
My
It was really just a very historic thing.
Crazy.
But
what about this year's Bill Dees?
Yeah, without getting crazy though, Olentangy Liberty did go up there. They tied for 3rd, which is a great showing in a tournament
that's
of
nice.
that magnitude. They did have 2 finalists, both getting 2nd, and Giuliano at 145 and Russo at 195.
Yeah.
They also had Fitzpatrick come back. What did he get? 3rd, 4th up there?
He ended up getting 4th.
He ended up getting 4th, okay.
Yep.
And then we had Cox was a placer up there.
Yes, he got 6th.
6th, and then we had
Brownlee
out the field. Brownlee, a name to keep an eye on. This guy is starting to get some traction here, get 5th at heavyweight.
Stamp finished 8th, so they had 6 placers, enough to get them 3rd, so that's great, man. Love that.
No, I think they would be happy. If you told them they were going to be in the top 3 before the tournament started, they would be extremely happy with that.
That's the kind of tournament that, if you finish top 5, you're like, dude, this is a real legit.
Right, we did good.
Now, we mentioned at the start of the show, Bill Dees was an out-of-the-area tournament, another out-of-the-area tournament, and I cannot remember for the life of me where the tournament was held this year. CIT, the Catholic Invitational Tournament. Cincinnati Elder? Was it? I really pictured it up north this year. Apparently I'm wrong.
Hey, it's no accident you're wearing that shirt now.
Watch the show. Right. Sean, CIT Bishop Hartley is our highest finishing team from the Central District. They finished 8th place. They did it on the strength of 4 place winners. Champion, 120 pounds. Michael Petrella. Thank you. I was going to say Joey, but that was wrong. 160 pound. 2nd place. We mentioned him at Liberty. We mentioned him here again now today. Newsom finishing runner-up finish. 3rd place. Now this would be Joey Petrella. Thank you. He got 3rd place, and they had their 285 got 6th place. Aliendo, maybe? I'm probably wrong.
Asciendo, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm terrible with names, and you're even worse. So This is not good. That's the CIT historic tournament. I can't remember how many years it's been running. 56?
Oh, forever.
62?
Oh, it has to be up there.
Yeah, pretty high.
Has to be.
So that's pretty cool. We talk about tournaments that have been running for a while. The Robin Drum at Heath, switching gears, heading over to Heath. They've been running their tournament for a little while. They've had it going, but then they named it after Robin Drum maybe 6 years ago after his tragic passing. So pretty cool for them to be remembering Robin Drum in that.
Very involved in wrestling.
Extremely involved.
Very involved in wrestling.
Your champs at the Robin Drum Memorial was Licking Valley with 216.5 points. They blew out Coshocton with 155.5 points.
That's a pretty good showing.
That's real good.
You're taking the bull by the horns there, bud.
Oh, yeah. And now here's the crazy thing. They only had 2 champs. They had Elijah Stevens at 126, and they had 160 Dylan Dotson, who recorded his 100th career victory.
With getting the win?
I think it was along the tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And not to mention, not to be forgotten, Jake Nelson out of Groveport, Madison, he also won their tournament.
What way?
220.
Ooh, you just keep talking about these 220s, man.
Dude, you love 220.
Somewhere Amy DeRose is thinking to herself, oh, now this guy's talking about 220s.
You are probably right. Sean, you mentioned Mr. Rose. Do you remember where her boy went to school?
DeRose.
That's what I said.
I thought you said Rose.
No, and where did he go to school? Try deaf in this year. You'll have to speak up.
Westerville Central.
Westerville Central. Why do I mention tournaments that have been run for a while? Why do I mention Westerville Central? Because those two worlds are about to collide at the Pick North Panther Invitational.
Panther Invitational.
They brought it back.
They brought it back.
Sean?
Like the McChicken or whatever?
McRib.
McRib.
Don't you ever sass the McRib. Don't you ever do that. Sean, do you have any idea the top 3 finishers at the Pick North Invitational?
I'm going to say Pick North and then I don't know.
Westerville Central won it.
Okay.
Followed by Pick North. They had 215 points. Westerville Central did. Pick North had 198.
That's kind of close there.
Westerville South had 184.
Really?
So I mean, they're within 30 points of each other. That's awesome. That's a great day of wrestling. Westerville Central walks away with 2 champs, as mentioned. Javier, 106 pounds, and Weimer at 195.
Oh, I thought he was going to say 220.
No, you would love that, wouldn't you?
I would have loved that.
I figured you would. But Pick North, a couple names that I want you to take note
So
of.
the home school did have a champ.
They did have a champ. They had 3, Sean.
Awesome.
Reed at 113 pounds. Carte, I mentioned him at the Bad Apple Brawl. Mentioned him at Dublin Soda's Kevin Cleve Memorial. I'm mentioning him here again today at 138.
That's a crazy weight.
I know. 138. And then 182 pounds, George.
Yeah.
100%.
Pulverized the field.
Oh.
I believe he pinned his way through the tournament.
You could be right.
No, I'm
Watch the show.
I'm always right.
Bo Branson comes in at your champ from Pick Central at 126 pounds. And Sean, I want to mention a champ at 132 pounds. They also had a champ at heavyweight, Tri-Valley. Tri-Valley was in our district for the last 2 years. They've now since dropped out. They're back down to D2. But I didn't want to forget about them completely. And
I kind of missed that.
I know you did.
I really want them in our district. I mean, I really missed it. But I think they're going to have great success in Division 2.
Yeah.
Because Division 2 doesn't get a lot of coverage.
That's on me, isn't it? That's on me.
Yeah.
Well, Eppleberry walks away your champ at 132 pounds, and Schneider walks away at 285. Hey, we received an email from Tom Jones, head coach at Whetstone High School. He gave us a list of 3 or 4 names. One of the names on that list was McClinton at 145 pounds.
Yeah.
Walks away your champ at the Pick North Invitational. Hey, love the inside information. We look up their names. Here he is winning a tournament. That is awesome.
That's happened a lot this year.
It has.
People have emailed us and said, hey, watch out for this guy.
Yep.
The 220 you talked about from Dublin's Run when you see him
Yes.
like that's really, this year among a lot of years, we have gotten a lot of information from coaches that tell us about, kids are going to move weights or whatever, but they've been pretty right on guys they said watch out for.
Which is great. I mean, because otherwise you're just a coach hyping up your kids, which really we don't want. You know what I'm saying?
But
Sean,
we get it.
Yeah, I know. Hey, there's another name, 152 pounds. I think if he hasn't won a couple tournaments, he's definitely been in the finals. It's Zussman from New Albany.
Right.
I mean, we've mentioned his names quite a few times between him and Swinsicki. I mean, it's just constant. They're always there. Last but certainly not least, there was a Hilliard Bradley sighting.
No.
Yes.
Is that worth like 5,000 points on the schedule?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
And here's the crazy thing. The name that we've mentioned before, DeMoss at 170 pounds.
He won the Porter last
Yes,
week.
that's what.
Whenever that was, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Ooh.
Week ago.
Yep.
Week ago.
But Sean, he wasn't the only Bradley Jaguar to win the tournament.
Okay.
You're not going to believe this. Cooper, guess the weight. 220 pounds.
No.
Yes. What's our theme?
I don't know.
Sprinkle them in,
Man,
Sean.
220s are galore. I just can't wait to see that bracket.
It's out of control.
The darker bracket of 220
I know.
is going to be very entertaining, which I feel like I'm going to get struck by lightning here. But, and we did mention Westfield South finished too.
Yeah, they finished. Yes. Oh, no, we didn't.
Okay.
Fabella at 120 pounds, followed by Morton at 160.
Okay.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention those two names.
I would have loved got a chance to go down to that tournament.
I agree.
But since for one, I like the people that were there coaching, and I love their officials there were pretty solid too.
Oh, really?
Plus, for most of you who don't know that's kind of the tournament that got me an old
This guy
here together.
Tell the
way
history.
Back no, that's no.
2007.
2007.
Oh,
Jesus.
good
Talk
days.
about you just walked into the bathroom at the completely wrong time.
Sean, you're
But
crazy.
that's kind of the tournament that got me and Mark together, ironically enough.
Ironically enough, I thought it was Bishop Reedy, but it turns out it was Pick North. But all that to say, Sean, that's your Pick North. Welcome back, Coach Oni and staff. You've brought the tournament back, and it's here. Sean, another tournament occurred down the south side of the city at Amanda Clear Creek, the Jeff Art Classic. What are you going to say?
What are you going to say? Delvin Coughlin went down there, really just wrecked shop. They ended up having 10 champions. I mean, that's walked away with the MVP too as well.
Yeah.
But Grove City had a great showing.
Yes.
They had a couple finalists end up getting second with 247 points to Delvin Coughlin's 480. But you know another team that me and you talked about, Liberty Union. I mean, they got maybe fourth there, I believe, but really had a great showing overall. And another team, as Mark tries to say, you know, Northmore and Pleasant, some of those are D3 schools. Keep an eye on Liberty Union. They're really on the upswing of a team that could really add to that sectional going forward.
I always love when people not associated necessarily with a team, like they're at a tournament and they're like, bro, you got to see this team. And there's like 4 or 5 kids that are just, they're good.
Yes.
And they inform us and we're like, okay, we'll take a look. That's good information. I
Then we
appreciate
start
that.
following them.
And all of a sudden,
guys are
yeah,
pretty
I
good.
know. I know they got 2 kids in Barnett, Kobe and Curtis both. They're very good. So that is the Jeff Art Classic. Sean, we've got 2 or 3 more tournaments that I want to hit. Yeah, oh yeah. After all that, we still got 2 or 3.
Oh my God.
We don't have very much to say about this particular tournament. It was down just straight south, basically. It's called the Hammer and Anvil, hosted by Western Brown.
Man, did you say, what was it called?
Hammer and Anvil.
Oh, I bet there was a lot of hammers at that.
Yeah, there were some hammers at that tournament, Sean. I'm going to mention one weight class. Well, first and foremost, the highest placing Central District team out of the 2 or 3 that went down there, we had Watkins Memorial, River Valley, and I can't remember if there was a third one or not. But Watkins Memorial walks away, finishing in the top 10 out of 20 teams.
Okay.
So, I mean, top half, so that's pretty good.
That's usually been a good tournament,
yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah, there's some hammers there. That's
Yeah.
why they call it the Hammer and Anvil.
Jonathan really does a great job of bringing in solid competition.
That is certain. One of the matches I wanted to highlight, though, 170 pounds, Cole 4. He's been a part of, this is now 2nd week in a row, he's been a part of a pretty high match.
Mm-hmm.
He had Norwood last week, or 2 weeks ago at Kevin Cleveland. And then he goes down this week to Western Brown, and he runs into Hayden Daniels from River Valley. The final score was 6-3. Daniels upends Cole 4. I cannot speak highly enough of Hayden Daniels. The kid is remarkable on the mat. He's amazing off the mat. Just a super kid all the way around. His parents are incredibly involved. The coach sent me a big long list of all the things that he does. It's just a great kid, and there's nothing you can.
He is a great
kid.
kid.
And he walks out, your champion at 170 pounds. I do believe he was also the MOW down there.
Okay.
So that is awesome. So that's Western Brown. We have 2 tournaments left. Alliance, Top Gun tournament. That's one. Yeah, no kidding. Lincoln Heights is the other one. We'll start with Alliance, Sean.
Okay.
Tell me the teams that went up there from the Central District.
We did have some teams go up there.
We
We
did.
had Delaware Hayes go up there.
Yep.
We had Marysville go up there, and we had Olentangy Berlin go up
Berlin.
there.
We also had Kilbourne. There might have been one more, Sean.
I couldn't pick out the
I
photo. There was another
know.
one. There was so much wrestling going on, keeping it all straight as it is, breaking in the new green screen,
Yes!
doing the studio.
Hello!
God, it took forever to get the boxes from the old players.
Oh, man.
We gotta wait for the truck.
Yes.
God, dude.
But here we are talking about the Alliance Top Gun tournament.
Delaware Hayes was the highest finishing team
Yes.
up there with 5 placers. Delaware finished 7th as a
Yes.
team. And the placers they had, Kane got 4th, May got 5th, Sue Tanner was a finalist, ended up taking
Yes.
2nd. Ours, we've been talking about him forever, at 195 got 4th, and Nate Robinson, my guy at 220, got 4th as
What weight
well.
was that? What was it? What weight
Yeah.
was that? Yes, 220, most
What'd you
certainly.
say? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Sean, you mentioned Delaware Hayes. I'm going to mention Marysville. They walk away with 2 place winners, one at 145, the other at 52. They had Gola. He finished 8th at 145, who just had a great match with Hurley from Westland. He was able to upend him. That's a pretty good win. And then you had Will, Earl, Errol Will at 152 pounds. He actually got 4th place.
In a crazy way.
That's
like winning any
crazy
other tournament.
Yes, I agree with you. He actually lost twice in this tournament to the same kid. Who was that kid?
Douglas Terry.
Douglas Terry from Granville.
You're like, oh, there's another team.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, you're right.
Granville.
Yeah, there you go. So he beats him, I do believe it was like 12-8 in the quarters, and then he drops down and they wrestle again for 3rd, and he beats him 8-4, I do believe was the final score. So there you go. Sean, we had 2 other teams with place winners.
Okay.
Talk to me. I want to know who they were.
Well, Berlin, Berlin was a team, I don't know if people noticed a couple weeks ago, their whole team kind of shifted down at the Kevin Cleveland tournament. So Falston ended up getting 8th at 152, and Hill got 5th at 160.
Most certainly.
Well, let's get the drum roll going.
I knew you wanted to say this. This is why I gave
There was a champion from the Central District at the Top Gun, and I will throw that up to you because I don't want to see prejudice about my guy or nothing.
Yeah, no problem. 220 pounds. Jay Thompson, Worthington Kilbourne.
Ooh, that's my guy, man. If this guy hadn't already got a Wrestler of the Week shirt, I would give him another one. This guy's like Wrestler of the Week every week.
Yes! Well, you can't give him that many shirts. What's he going to do with all those shirts?
Just keep wearing them, baby.
Yes, every day of the week. What do I wear today? Like Superman, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Sean, that's the Alliance Top Gun tournament, which is a prestigious tournament. They have that balcony at the top, just like
God,
a lot of the schools. Oh, you know what?
That balcony with the rail, so you have to keep ducking from the sun.
No. I'm talking about just like Medina. They have that track almost on the top, but they put the podium. So everybody, when they get up there, they're standing up there. It's like, wow, that's pretty legit. Last but certainly not least, Stern, I noticed you're wearing your Licking Heights wrestling T-shirt.
Oh yeah, I noticed you're wearing. Watch the show that you've been beating me up for 2 months wanting. I finally got it. It's been sitting in the closet forever.
Well, you got to pick the right time to break it out, and guess what I'm doing? This is the right time. Got that green screen back there? Sean, hey, Licking Heights, I want to stop before we even get into the wrestling. I walked to the front door. They were waiting at the gate there to pay to get in. I said hi. I talked to Coach Ramsey, Coach Price. Talked about covering the tournament. Oh yeah, we got your names right here, Mark and Sean. Yep, ITC, right there. You're good.
That still bugs me.
That it's Mark and Sean?
Yes.
It's alphabetical order. What do you want?
God,
I didn't pick my name.
I mean, it's like
it's unbiased.
Who's the Sunshine Band? What's the guy's name?
Casey.
Yeah, it's like Casey and the Sunshine. It should be Sean and ITC.
Oh, dang. No, that's cool. But hey, Licking Heights did a great job. Now, here's the crazy thing.
A great job? They did a phenomenal job.
Yes.
Want me to tell you why it's a phenomenal job?
I'll tell you.
I'm going to tell you why. There are 2 tournaments this side on the galaxy that will always start on time. You want to know what
Oh, yes, this one.
Licking Heights. You know why they're going to start on time? Because that's what the thing says.
That's right.
And the other one is the Riemann Invitational.
Oh, yeah.
You will never go to the Riemann Invitational and that thing not start exactly. If the place was on fire,
hey, we got to start wrestling.
they would pull them out to the parking lot, set up the tables, the refs, and they would start wrestling because that's what it says on the flyer.
I love it, Sean. Not only did they roll out the red carpet for us when I walked in, oh yeah, Mark and Sean, you're on ITC. They steered that red carpet to the hospitality room. Dude, I'll kid you not, man. I think I've gained like 10 pounds over the last week and a half.
You know, it's so funny. This is true. I'm in there in the hospitality room eating. It was phenomenal food. Nikki Coltis and Mama Dwayne did a phenomenal job.
The whole staff, yep.
Coach, and he's like, hey, bud, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm like, I thought he was going to ask me a wrestling question. True story. He says, does your food bill go down during wrestling season months? I said, you know, that's funny. I mean, we were looking at our grocery bill. My wife's like, it's $200 cheaper like the last couple months. What it is, and we couldn't figure it out. We thought we were being competitive shoppers.
Yeah, turns out
here's all this food.
True
story. Actual true story.
Man, I would love. I mean, they were the vat of bacon. You just be standing there and just talking. You know, just picking out of it. You know what I'm saying? They also have these cupcakes that. Oh my god! I mean, I
thought they were professional.
Yeah.
I truly started eating these cupcakes. I really thought they were professionally made. And Mama Dwayne's husband comes out and says, hey, I hope you like those. My wife made them. I'm like, oh my God, she did? Like, that's crazy. You know, I can tell when you go to a great hospitality room is when they have lunch. And then by the time you come back in for dinner, the thing has been cleared.
Yes.
And new food is put down there. Like, it's like a whole new 7-course meal.
Right on. No, I agree wholeheartedly.
Like top level stuff.
And that's what Licking Heights did. And it was awesome. And you know what else they had there, Sean? They had wrestling. They actually had wrestling going on.
I was in the hospitality room all the time. I've been wondering where all that noise was coming from the gym from.
I only know because the Bexley coaches were coming in and out and they were letting me know what was going on.
Okay.
John, it turns out Westerville North walked away your chance with 198.5 points, followed by London with 180 points, followed by Central Crossing with 130 points.
They actually had a great, like, I've seen them a couple times. They seem to be on the upswing to me.
I'm down with
that.
They
really do.
Well, I know they've got their anchors at 170, Van Houten and 285 in Amari Green.
Both champs for them.
Yes, most certainly. And, those are some tough guys. But I also wanted to mention London, a team we hadn't. I know they exist, obviously, and you see them in finishing in the top
when
3.
When are you going to bring them inside the circle? I feel like they've been outside your circle forever. We need to bring them inside the circle.
Now's the time, Sean.
Now's the time.
Now, hey, as soon as I get my T-shirts, they'll be inside the circle. We got 2 T-shirts this weekend from London. They had champs at 106 pounds. They also had one at 126. Man, this kid, Jackson, is strong. He might not be the most technical kid, but I'm going to tell you what, he'll grab a hold of you and put you on your back quick like, man.
He will do that.
He just grab a hold of you. They also had a finalist at 182 pounds, gets second, but they're 220-pounder, man. You talk about 220. I don't know another way to say it, dude. But I'm being honest. Burns moves, and he moves, and he moves, and he keeps moving. That's what gets him 3 champs. I mean, that's awesome, man. What's another team that had some champs? Westmore North.
Well, Westmore North won. They had to have some champs.
They certainly did. They had Gooding, and they had Uten. Those are your 2 champs. They had another finalist, I should mention this, in Grant at 152 pounds. He ended up having to forfeit. I don't know. He looked like he was walking gingerly off his semifinal match.
Yeah.
Maybe an ankle, a toe, a knee, a foot, something going on there. He didn't want to risk it. Didn't wrestle Patterson. So Patterson, Walnut Ridge, walks away your chance. Oh, yeah.
Patterson's pretty talented.
Man, I like Patterson. Patterson's the kind of guy who searches for training in the offseason. Does a great job. Sean, our question. Did the home team have a champ? The answer is no. They did not have a champ.
They didn't have a champ?
They had 2.
Ooh.
Sean, and I'm actually going to mention these matches. I'm going to mention, no problem. 182 pounds I'm going to bring up. Wilson defeats Huff 5-4. I didn't think it was a slam, but we're going to save that for another day.
That was not a slam.
It's not a slam. But another match I want to mention, 113 pounds. I watched Liam Plants at 113 from Lincoln Heights. I watched him wrestle 2 or 3 matches. I kid you not, they were the best 2 or 3 matches I've seen him wrestle all year long.
Okay, let's bottle that up. Put it in the freezer.
Yes.
Put it in the freezer. Bring it out first week of March.
I'm down with that. And I'm going to tell you what, he wrestled Oli, who he lost to at the Liberty tournament.
Yes.
He lost 4-2. He turns around and beats him 9-1 this time. Now, granted, Oli could be having a bad day. It happens. You know what I'm saying? But that's the kind of match you're going to see at the district tournament quarterfinal, eh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Quarterfinal match there.
Right on. So that's the kind of, and I'm saying that was a very good match. I realize it was a little one-sided with a major decision, but that's the kind of match you're going to see. It could be a 5-5, 6-4 type of if they wrestled 10 times. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Sean, holy smokes, that's a lot of wrestling. I can't even tell you if we've gotten it all out of our system. We might need professional gutter and drain to come through and flush things out to see if it's all through there. No,
that's
Sean.
Pretty good there.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a great day, like Mark said.
Yeah.
They treated us great from the whole thing. Coach Price hooked me up with some
some gear.
I think he did it because he felt sorry for me because I didn't have a Watch the Show shirt.
He might have.
So
he might. Well, that's who you are. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach Price, for that and everything that you do for us.
Sean, that's last weekend. Let's talk about this weekend coming up. There is some huge news coming down the wire. Midweek.
The state duels are getting close. I'm not sure. I don't know why I think the 22nd is either when all the information has to be in or when they release what the bracket's going to look like, but that's all going to be coming. This week, we have a lot on the outskirts of Columbus. We have Mason Boyd Memorial at Watkins out there by Old Man's Bend, which took me like an hour to get there.
It's true.
Miami Trace has a tournament this weekend. Washington Courthouse has a tournament this weekend. West Holmes has a tournament this weekend. Utica has a tournament.
Yes.
So I'm saying, like, we don't have a lot going inside the 270, but ones that are just kind of outside of drawing most of the attention in the Columbus metro area this weekend.
But we do have Thursday Night Thunder.
We do have Thursday Night Thunder that's starting to heat up. I think the marquee match on the horizon is Dublin Kaufman against UA.
Ooh.
Not this Thursday, but the next Thursday in a matchup of probably the best 2 overall dual meet teams.
Is that the 26th?
Sure.
Now, come on, man. No, it can't be. I think the 20th.
Whatever, a week from Thursday.
Yeah, okay, a week from Thursday. Okay. Sean. Oh, crap.
We were going to do a top 10, but as you can see, we're breaking in the green screen. We're just got a lot more going. We're kind of baby stepping this to get it where we want it so we can have all the fireworks and music playing in the beginning. And
we do have the smoke machine coming too. It's on order.
We do got a lot going on. So this is basically a soft opening for the green screen. I hope you guys really liked it. And trust me, it's going to continue to get better as the weeks go by.
That's right, Sean. Looking ahead, we talked about the state duels, talked about Thursday Night Thunder. At the beginning of February, Sunday selection.
Which is 2 weeks from today.
Yes. People talk that'll be a big day. Like
that is going to be a big day. Actually, being on the circuit that I am, and I've already heard of a lot of teams decide, like, if this team goes here, I'm going to jump on them. So the jockeying has already started 2 weeks out. I think there is a ton of weight shifts coming up.
What?
Talking to some coaches that some kids are not moving in the weights that people outside 270 have them ranked.
Yes.
I think 70 to 95 is going to look a lot different here in about a month because I'm hearing some changes going to happen there. And some of them are very puzzling to me. Like,
it happens. Hey, they're making their bed. They got to lie. That's the bottom line.
I think a lot of them are going to be lying in it. But some of them are like, I don't know. But as Mark says, we're going to let them unveil their secrets as the weeks go on. But some of them, don't be surprised if you see a kid at a weight that you would never expect.
I'm down with that. Sean, you got anything else for him?
That's about all I got. My pockets are empty.
All right, in that case, we want you to inside the circle.